have a question about what one could expect to hear at a church service. You see, recently I heard clips of this pastor's address to his congregation, and it wasn't about Jesus or peace be with you and also with you. It was about his son-in-law. Okay, first let me tell you why I care about these guys. This guy, Keith Johnson, he was the big cheese at Legacy Christian Academy, which was a private school in Saskatoon that I've talked about more than once. He's one of 24 people associated with that school listed in a class action lawsuit brought forward by students, but he's the only one on the lawsuit who hasn't been served the papers yet because the Accelerate Church in Texas is helping him hide. And it probably just isn't because he's married to his niece. It's probably more to do with this guy. So Mark Barclay isn't just Johnson's buddy. He is of Mark Barclay Ministries that has a ton of churches across the states, including the Accelerate Church and another church that was run by his son-in-law, James Randolph. James Randolph was recently charged with a bunch of charges involved with sex crimes against children, and he is the second person in that church to be charged with sex crimes against children in the last 5 months. All right, now let's watch this guy address his congregation.
My friend James Randolph has been lied about.
Yeah, I know, kind of predictable. Anyway, this is what he had to say about people who are supporting Randolph's accusers or talking to Randolph's accusers.
If you still talk to him and you listen to him, you're going to be sniped and taken out, and you don't come crying to me later.
Sniped. I mean, it's been a while since I've been to church. I do not remember the priest ever using the word sniped. Sniped out.
But I'm here preaching not because I'm a pervert. I had to get my life right. I was never a pervert.
I don't remember that either. I don't remember the priest ever yelling at the church that he wasn't a pervert.
But I had to clean up even the slightest sins that were in my life.
Interesting. I wonder how small those sins were.
The little white lies that had to come out from that mess.
So let me get this straight. This guy who told his congregation that anybody who speaks against his son-in-law is liars. They're liars, and if you listen to them, you're going to be sniped. Oh, and I had some little white lies. What? Same guy?
You get in rebellion doesn't make this a cult. You can get up and leave anytime you want.
Cool. Not a cult. Anybody can leave if that's not their gig.
And if you think that you can get up and leave with the blessing of God, guess what? You're in rebellion and you're not going to make it to heaven.
So you can leave, but if you do, it won't be with God's approval and you won't get into heaven. But it's not a cult. So there's another part where he wants you to know that this isn't personal. This is about the spiritual war that everybody's in. I think he's sticking up for his buddy, who's also a pastor, who's his boss's son-in-law. I also think there's a chance that this guy may have some skeletons in his closet. Maybe I'm wrong, but as usual, let me know what you think.